Hey there, folks. Today, we're going to talk about what it's like to be my therapist. The dude does not have an easy job. I have had the same therapist for over a decade, Dr. Avram Costin, and he has listened to me for hundreds of hours, 1 hour a week, 10 years, that's 520 hours right there, and seemingly making no progress because nothing in my life really changes. Now, that's what it looks like from his point of view, and he is understandably somewhat frustrated, and he is wondering if talking to him helps me at all. And I keep telling him, yes, it does. It makes me feel a lot better to have someone to just tell things to. But I can understand his frustration. I keep talking and talking and talking, but I don't do a lot of things to actually change my life. And as the pop psychology phrases go, if you keep doing what you've been doing, you'll keep getting what you've been getting. So I understand why he doesn't really feel like he's helping. And I have to say that he helps me feel better. I helps me enormously to talk to him. But when he says, I don't feel like I'm helping you move forward, yeah, I guess not. I mean, I have had the same therapist for over a decade, and the argument could be made that if he was helping me, I wouldn't need him anymore. I wouldn't still be talking to him. But I don't know what to say to that. I don't know, it's not like I can just go, well, I guess I'll just switch to another therapist then, because literally there is no other psychiatrist taking patients in my area. Not one that takes government money, I should say. If I was well off somehow and could afford a private therapist, maybe things would be different. If I suddenly came into a whole lot of money, I'd probably check myself into some kind of high-end mental facility and get intensive therapy every day instead of, an hour a week. Maybe an hour a week is just plain not enough. But that's all I'm going to get. I don't have the resources to get more. So my therapy is what you're watching right now. It's talking to the camera, it's writing on my blog, and I guess just thinking about stuff. And that's really all I can do. That's what is within my power to do. I know that if I could just bring myself to do certain things, it would probably help a lot. But to me, that's like a purely academic question. I'm sure that if I could do those things, they would help. But I can't. The motivation is not sufficient. I don't have access to the kind of energy it would take to do the things that would improve my life. It is completely true that if I was to do the things, they'd help. But at the end of the day, who gives a shit if I had $1 million, I'd be happier, at least for a while. But that's just purely theoretical as well, there's something fundamentally, deeply broken in me that makes it so that I can't really get motivated to do things. There's a great deal of resistance within me to any kind of change. So I'm stuck in that mentally ill zone where I want to change without anything changing. A battle within myself. I mean, I'm making progress, freeing up my emotions and getting in touch with my drives and things like that, but it is frustratingly slow for me and for my therapist. But I don't know that I have anything else as an option. Everything that I could think of, or that anyone really would think of, is just in that zone of, yeah, if I could do that, it would help. But I can't. So who cares? It's like I've got this tiny little world inside myself. And practically everything outside of this tiny little world is just, it may as well be just shadows on the wall to me. It doesn't matter. It's not real. It's the world outside my little shell. It's out there. And I'm in here. I don't think there's anything that I can consciously do about that. All I can do is keep doing what I've been doing and digging into my emotions via my art, the videos, the blog, and making what progress I can on my own, more or less. And my poor therapist is just kind of along for the ride, I guess. Like I said, talking to him does help me. But I understand that from his point of view, nothing's happening. I guess that's all for me for today, folks. I will talk to you nice people again tomorrow. Bye-bye.